It is a great day to be part of the Dirt Life, and today Liam and I back in the studio just to give you a little bit of update about how everything's been going.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's get into it. It's gonna be a busy season, man. There's a lot of stuff that we're, I guess, a bit behind on right now.
Yeah.
But we have like 1 or 2 months here to really dial it in.
So last time we chatted,
lot of things.
sort of with YouTube, I think we were just talking about getting ready for the season. This is like February 20th, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot's happened since then, and
Yeah.
I guess to start, let's talk about the debate of between remote reps and in-person reps.
Yeah. So we were always like thinking, should we just go with in person, pay them year round? But the issue is that we only really need them for 5-6 months out of the year. So it's very hard to justify paying people for 12 months when we only need them for 5.
Yeah.
And it costs double. You have to do all the benefits and EI and all this. There's so many more headaches. Where we can find some pretty good people like remotely from Philippines. They have hardly any accent, and they work for like $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 an hour.
Yeah. And they don't even need to be from, like, some are from Philippines, yeah, but some of them are just like, they're salespeople from Canada and the States, for example.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, yeah, you're paying them more of an hourly rate, but that being said, they know it's a 7-month gig, and they're okay with that.
And they expect that, and they're totally fine.
Yeah.
And like if we pay them even more, like call it $10 an hour, they're gonna be very willing to come back next year.
Yeah.
And there's no contracts, there's none of that stuff. It's a lot easier. And there's like one guy too I found from South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a perfect voice. Like
Yeah.
he can do like voiceovers. And he's working for $8 right now.
Yeah.
And he sounds better than any of us combined.
Wow.
You know? So that's going to be good. We're going to see how that plays out. There's one part of like, they have very good voices. They seem very good. But how is going to be like all the computer skills and how's it all going to translate to like Canada, USA, the culture, and just kind of like the lingo of like what we talk about, you know?
Yeah, because give you guys a bit of a rundown for sales,
Yeah.
I'm working with one guy in-house and 2 guys remotely. And the guys who are remotely, technically, they have a lot more experience than the guy I have in-house. But the guy in-house, I will be able to give a lot quicker feedback to. And he's part of the team, the culture. Like,
Exactly.
he gets to ring the gong when he sells to St. Bernard's. Those
Yeah.
guys on they can tap their screens, but they can't actually ring a gong kind of thing, too.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think this year's a good trial run. Because last year's tricky because we used some remote reps, but they were, like, not super qualified remote reps through a company that would just filter us
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
So
yeah.
now we're going right to the source.
Going
So
right
they
to the
make
source.
more
We're
money.
paying them directly.
And they get more money this way. They're more pumped up and we get to be a lot pickier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's taking time. So like I'm sort of like, I'm not having second thoughts, but man, it's just nice to have somebody in-house. And it's just like, you point to that, but then the secondary part is like, how do you keep them busy year round? It's
Yes, they
literally
come in and they
impossible.
leave
Yeah.
after that season. Or they don't want to even start the job because they have to leave in September.
Exactly. And here I can get 4 people remotely paid year round for $100,000. If I was to do that, and that's like full year round, it's about $25,000 per person. There's no benefits you got to pay for, none of that. If I was to even try to do that here in Canada, I would have to hire maybe 1 or 2 people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm getting half the people. I'm getting 2x more people for the exact same price.
Yeah.
And they're year round, right? So yeah, it's very, very tough here, but we got to get this. I got to get the guys like wired up pretty fast here. Yeah.
Yeah, so then just another thing that's going on here on the hiring thing, like right now it's March 8th. So like Nathan's doing all these interviews for technicians right now, but it's really starting to warm up outside. Like today's 0 degrees Celsius.
0 degrees, yeah. It
And
could come soon. And
happen
Ontario
fast.
right now, even Michigan, I've heard like it's almost like good to go.
Yeah.
And like it's
March 8th,
We just got out of February, man.
The earliest
It's
I've ever
crazy.
seen was my birthday 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember, like I was doing door to doors on my birthday.
Exactly.
And I saw trucks driving around doing power raking.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's coming up quick.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wonder if that's going to be kind of the season we're going to be working with again. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. It's hit or miss. All I can say like right now is we can gotta just do what we can control.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta get a good sales team. We gotta start selling. We gotta start getting this customer service stuff dialed in too. And the goal for this year is to hit $2.75 million in revenue with a 27% profit. It's not gonna be easy. Like
No.
not gonna be easy at all. We need everything firing like on like all cylinders.
Yeah.
Like
There's a lot of things
There's a lot of
changing too,
things.
and like again, even like the so we are accounting. There's been a situation with our accountants where even like they fired us, even though we were probably about to fire them. It's
Yeah.
like, you want to know details about that?
I don't know.
Keep her out for now, but it's
Yeah.
I'll skip that part. But yeah, guys, so a lot's coming up quick, and like it's hard because like if you try to do things too early, like for example, the hiring for technicians right now, you need to start that process. But there's a lot of guys who don't want to wait until middle of April to start training and work and stuff. Like they want to start working now. But if we wait until middle of April to start hiring people so they can work now, they didn't get enough candidates in time.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of a hurdle with that too. So no, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of chaos going on like right now. There's a lot of things we gotta get figured out. We got 4 trucks coming in. We gotta get those all deckled, all rigged out. Yeah, there's a counting thing. We gotta start this from scratch now too.
When's your baby due again?
And there's a baby coming in a day. Yeah, exactly.
Like in a day, any day.
Any day. I thought it was maybe 2 days ago.
So you're on call.
I'm on call. Yeah, exactly. So as soon as that happens, I'm out for at least a week.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, but I think about a week. So yeah, man, there's a lot of last couple of weeks been it's been freaking chaos, man, absolute chaos. And I feel like we're not getting any traction like right now. We're not making any. I don't know. There's traction, but like I haven't seen like any results yet. You know.
Yeah.
Like calls are not being like all this stuff.
We're also one thing I'm concerned about is like
Sure.
the for customer service it's tricky because existing clients that we have retention right now is nearly 100% because we haven't talked really to them about this upcoming season yet, so no one's had the opportunity to cancel per se.
For sure, yeah.
So the problem with that is like, are we just going to slide in with setting a pre-service notification, showing up for the first round, and hope for the best, or are some people thinking right now like, oh, Yard Dogs, I guess they're out of business, or honestly they just forget. It's like,
forget.
who was I with again last year?
No, we'll probably do like one
they go
email, just like a
competitors,
prepay. Yeah, we'll probably do like a prepay thing. March 31st would be like the deadline if they want to prepay. If they don't, then we'll just like go and show up, right?
Yeah.
Just like the status quo. So we'll do one of those. But I gotta get my reps like trained up because they're not even remotely ready for sales.
Yeah.
They're taking like for one email like right now. Like they're trained, but they're for every email that comes in there, it takes about 15-20 minutes to go through one.
Yeah.
Type the email out, to go to real, like all that stuff to do everything.
That's
right?
like the lawn care tsunami before the tsunami, the customer service tsunami, and then the real sales tsunami.
Exactly.
And you don't want the tsunamis at the same time. That's the whole point. So that's why you try to fit those out beforehand.
Exactly. So
2 tidal waves to master.
Yeah. No, man, there's a lot of things we gotta get done here. A lot of moving parts and a lot of stuff. Pretty damn stressing right now. There's absolutely, like, everything is lining on us, like, right now. I wish you had, like, another 2 weeks. I think we almost should have started the season a bit earlier.
I agree.
Potentially.
Even a week earlier.
Yeah, a week would be good.
Help there, too.
Like, right now, if it was March 1st, I'd be, like, a little bit more feeling better, but right now it's March almost 10th right now. And I feel like we have, like, nothing set up.
I do wonder, though, sometimes, like, Parkinson's law, like, you give yourself just more time. Let's say we start January 1st.
Yeah.
What are you really doing for 2 months? You're like, sometimes, like, the heat in the moments when you really start cooking in the kitchen. So,
yeah.
Mind you, we typically don't start services till May 1st. So like there is in theory 2-ish months for everything.
Yeah.
Mind you, I realize there's moving parts that really start happening in April. March is the last time to get the ducks in the row.
Yeah.
You got to get the sales people calling. We have about 7,000 contacts we need to hit up for status.
How's that going, by the way, right now?
It's going really well. They've been doing training for the past 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm really confident in the guys, the way that they're talking on the phone. Now it's all going to come down though. Like if I sell me lawn care. Show me it. Show me some role play. Like we're gonna do a shit ton of role play.
Yeah.
And I was watching her Mosey video yesterday on sales managing, and it's all about just like flood them with good calls. Have them just listen to good calls that you've done.
Okay.
So I've been saving a lot of calls I've been doing.
That's good.
It's like some companies, like they'll go analyze the bad calls, what went wrong. It's like, no, just focus on the good calls. If you feed someone all this good stuff, eventually when they get in the moment, they're going to just know what to say because they've heard the good stuff. So
no,
many
that's
times.
fair. That's
They're
good
not
point.
hyper focusing on the bad stuff.
Yeah.
When someone, it's okay to go through a bad call for someone if it was them. Say, hey, listen at 2 minutes and 3 seconds in, listen what happens. You said this. Why didn't you say that? Like that's valuable feedback.
Yeah.
It's like when you finish a chess game, you press the analyze button, and it goes over all the moves what you did bad, Same with a sales call. Bad sales call happens. Let's go through what went wrong there. Yeah. But there's no point in me sending you 50 calls from the past, just random calls. Just give them the best.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's a good point. No, that's fair. That's what I should be doing with like my reps too. I think I'll be a lot less stressed once this website's done, because that's another thing I didn't even mention before. The website we're fully redoing. Yeah. And that's gonna probably tank SEO for like a little bit as well.
I'm worried about that because like so many leads came in through SEO.
No, I know. I'm worried about that too. I talked to the guys like yesterday, so.
How'd that go?
It was good. They just said, I expected it to be like tanked for like a couple weeks, and then they're gonna like recall it. Like the big thing is like having like all those like high domain backlinks going to like your website, like your URL. As long as like that is happening, it shouldn't tank too much. Because right now we are number 1. I know it says number 2 here and there, but we are like on incognito number 1. So I know when the website goes live though, it's probably gonna tank like a little bit. Yeah. And then it's gonna go back up. But
so
there's that.
When will that new website go live though?
It'll probably be live in like 2 weeks, roughly.
Okay, because then it's a few weeks from then.
Exactly. As long as it's good by mid-April, guys. Like I'm happy with that. Correct. But it has to be good by mid-April.
For SEO, winner takes all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
number
two,
one gets 80% of the leads.
Exactly. If
Number two, no one gets there.
Yeah, you get 20%. You
Yeah.
have to be number one, 100%. Yeah, dude, there's lots of moving parts right now. A lot of moving parts. I really want this customer service, like, gray hairs will go away if the customer service team can get a bit more dialed in, especially on the phones, especially just being faster with like all these tickets, and then I can just count on them every single year to come back, and they can just work like year round.
Yeah.
You know, like that would make my life and everyone's life a lot easier.
If you're thinking about one more customer service rep, are you thinking about in person or remote?
So I just talked to them like right now. One of the girls' sister, Grace, the girl from Canada, she's got a sister in the Philippines.
Oh,
she
really?
Just like got laid off of like a call center or whatever, so she's looking for work like right now.
Cool.
And Grace is really good.
Yeah.
So if her sister's good and Grace says like her sister's really good,
Nice.
that'd be easy.
Nice.
I reposted the job just like right now too.
Nice.
Because I think 3 will be good, and like this third person, I'd be like, okay, it will be temporary. It'll be at least like I guess like through that wave, that tsunami of like customer service.
Yeah.
And then we'll see after. If she's really good, I'll just keep her around. I'll keep the best ones around.
For sure.
But like at least having that 3 during peak season is absolutely needed. Yeah. So
as long as there's going to be a lot of incoming calls.
a lot exactly. Even like right now, we're missing calls, and
I know, like I've caught a couple, but we really shouldn't. We technically shouldn't be missing any. The
No,
weather's
like,
getting nicer.
in
People are starting to call
February,
in.
maybe whatever here and there.
February's
But
not announced March.
in March, unexcusable.
Yeah.
Like there shouldn't be a single missed call.
Yeah.
In March, you know. Yeah, there's a lot to do, dude. A lot to do. Yeah. Fuck.
We'll end it there on a high note. Like,
Yeah.
shit, there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll keep these episodes coming your way as often as we can. There's a lot getting ready, obviously, and Liam's going to be away once that new baby comes, so pray for healthy delivery there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's a little update, guys. It's
Actually,
a
I guess
busy
the
time.
one good thing is
It's a
that the
busy time.
training right now is all online. That's been a game changer.
Yeah.
Instead
train
of, the training.
Yeah.
Instead of us training everyone, that's been a very good positive sign.
Yeah.
Is that we can just like send them like this link and they'll just do online training for like a week.
Yeah, and they've all liked it a lot. Like
That's
it's
good.
nice that I haven't had to spend an entire day doing it. Like for the
Yeah.
rest of today, I'll be doing role play with them.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like it's been nice to give them all these presets so that I don't
Yeah.
have to go through the basic things with them.
Yeah, and like the quizzes are actually pretty tough, and they have to take all those quizzes, the tests, and everything, and like, yeah, as soon as it was done, like they knew quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like they're not ready to be on the phone and everything's good to go, but like they are like 70-80% trained up. That has been unreal.
Yeah.
That's the one good positive
Yeah.
thing's been going on like right now. Everything else has been wow. Like we are at the max right now with like stress for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What's the heart rate at right now? Maybe 150? No. What's yours actually?
Mine's actually 52. Right
Mine's
now.
68 right now.
68, yeah, that's higher for you and everything. Mine's always pretty chill though. It's all good. All right, guys, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll keep more Dirt Life episodes coming your way. This is sort of the unfiltered like CEO talk that we like to do here and there.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully by the time we have the next conversation, a bit more ducks are in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Stressful
I
time.
want to be behind like this ever again. Yeah.
No, we need to be ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sounds
Done.
good. Boom. Cool.